Welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy I, the Pixel Remaster. This is the remaster of the old original Final Fantasy game that I played in its original glory back on the Nintendo when you had no inventory and no ethers, no anything. It was the most stripped down version of an RPG you can imagine, with the possible exception of Dragon Quest I, let's be honest. Or Dragon Warrior as it was known back then. So yeah, the original version of this had so many limitations, we didn't know how bad we had it until we got to the later games. It was like, oh my god, you can store weapons in an actual inventory. Because that was one of the most frustrating things about this game originally, was the fact that you did not have an inventory. Oh crap. Lots of Sahagins. That's right. Stats, do your thing. Alright, you take on the Chiefs. You bust out with Thundara. And, I don't know, Palin, whack him in the face with your hammer. Lean way over the edge of the ship and funk him on the head as he swims by. Let's see, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes! Nice work, stats. See, that perfectly use of an AoE spell. Don't need the Black Mage for that. Buccaneers! In the original, these were called Kaizokus. And I don't speak Japanese. I don't know if that's a Japanese word or if it's a word that the game developers made up. I have no idea. But these guys are not good for experience, but fantastic for gold. Haha, you did not get to flee. You are dead. So yeah, farming Kaizokus, or Buccaneers, was the best way of farming gold early in the game after you've gotten your ship and you can sail around. Fighting these guys, see you later. 600 gil for 4 of them. At this point in the game, that is quite a bit of gil. And so yeah, you could sail around, and when you found a group of Kaizokus, you knew you were in for a payday. Go ahead and heal Kanan. Why not? He is literally shrugging off the damage there, but still could use it. Alright. Just double hit for some reason. Alright. Yeah. Top you off. I keep wanting to try and use an AoE. You know, like click a button and cast the heal spell on everybody at once. And not too long ago, while I was doing my grinding earlier, I was like, man, I really need an AoE spell. This is a healing spell. This is so painful not having one. And then I remembered I have one. I just don't ever use it. Yeah. Do it. Just kill him. And AoE just makes things go a little faster. When you've got quick battles to get through. I don't mind it too much. I don't need it for fighting anything at this point. So their sole purpose really is to help get through battles of large number of bad guys faster. You help on that, and you help on that. Let's see what happens. Decent, decent. I don't know that anybody's going to get through their target here. Nope. Alright, come on, stats. Kill one thing at least. That'll work. Yeah, I still have a tendency to over-target and really try and point people in and balance where the damage goes. I explained it in an earlier video. It is a holdover from this game directly, from the original one, because in the first version of this, among its many shortcomings, there was no auto-targeting if you killed your target. So everybody who was on that target after that missed. They just sort of decided to swing their weapons in thin air for some reason. I can see again! Now she's gonna tell me to bugger off. Yep. That's rude. Kanan was quite a handsome man, if I remember correctly. He got Harrison Dula, so had something going for him. Speaking of which, cannot wait for Ahsoka, a TV show that for Star Wars, which is essentially the next season of Rebels. I believe even Dave Filoni has confirmed that's essentially what the Ahsoka show is, since it picks up where Rebels left off. But so looking forward to that, because Ahsoka is an awesome character, and Rosario Dawson's portrayal of her is pretty well spot on as the mature Ahsoka that we haven't seen her before at this age, except when she appeared in Mandalorian. And so, but she seems like a mature version of the Ahsoka that we got in Rebels, and in who was a more mature version of the Ahsoka that we saw originally in Clone Wars. So yes, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and have watched all the TV shows a couple of times, except Resistance, because I heard that was not worth it. But I'm absolutely stoked to watch Ahsoka when it comes out in the near future. I think a couple of months from now, I think. I don't know. I actually try not to pay too close of attention to release dates for things, because then I start getting overly excited and, without much point, because I can't do anything about it. For instance, Final Fantasy 16 is just out at this point, and I don't have it yet. It was a Father's Day gift from my wife and children, and it was not in stock, so it is in the mail on its way to me, and I will not be able to play it yet. I will not be doing a blind playthrough recording on this one. Once I have played it, I might do it. I don't know, maybe I will record playing it and post it on here. I haven't decided yet. But at the very least, I will definitely keep doing these recordings through the Pixel remasters, because they're fun, and most of them are a nostalgic visit for me. All the ones that I grew up with, which is 1, 4, and 6, really. No, let the wolf flee. He's not worth my time. These things die fast enough. Don't need to waste the AoE spell. Talon turning me into a liar. If Palin could just kill something in one hit. Never mind. Had I done my over-targeting, Palin would have then... Stats would have killed a different wolf last time. Palin would have gotten his attack in on that wolf, that same wolf, this round, and killed it, and I would have finished the battle, 8 seconds sooner than having to wait for another round to appear. So, over-targeting does have its uses. Would have shaved 8 seconds off my time. Alright, let's go wake up the Elven Prince, who I have not talked to yet, but somehow know what I need to do. Let's see, do I talk to you, or do I just give it right to him? This Jolt tonic may be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I will try it at once. I don't know why he has that accent. Your Highness! Your Highness! I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? Sounds a little bit like Prince Valiant. Oh, you're the legendary warrior. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall heed the legend as it was told to me by my forefathers. The time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owners has come at last. Give me the key. Alright. First place the game is about to open up. Yeah, okay. Now, let's see. I need to... Is this where I use the grass, or did... Nope, not yet. That's the other castle. Let's see. No, the other castle has the one this way. Alright, yeah. I gotta go back down to start. Come on, yes, you're out in the grass. Your sole purpose is to tell me that I can get in the grass. It's really the only reason you're hanging out there. I have the key. Get in. Mithril hammer. That's for you, Palin. A little bit of money, and bronze gloves that I can't use. Sweet. Those are for a fighter character. Alright. I don't think I'm going to go back to the Marsh Cave, but I will do this fight. I'm going to top off in town really fast and head back up to Astos' castle, because that treasure room that he's got has some good stuff to sell, if nothing else. The power staff up there is what it was originally called. I don't know what it's called in this game, but it's sold for some pretty decent money, if I remember correctly. And that staff alone is worth the trip. And then we're gonna go find some dwarves. Well, we're gonna go to Cornelia Castle. Then we're gonna go find some dwarves. Alright. Quick trip down memory lane. Feels like I've already been here 2 or 3 times tonight. You guys see what you can do there, and we'll see if Kanan and Palin can take on the ogre. Now that Palin's got a better hammer. Oh, look at that. Kanan did it all by himself. Palin distracted him. Nice shot, guys. See, now we're starting to get some damage. This is nice. Lots of work wolves. But we have preemptive strike, so don't need to waste magic spell. Alright. There's one fight in here which I will be avoiding because it's more annoying than anything else. And if you know where it is, you don't have to do it. Unless this version's different, I will always leave that open. So if you just walk forward to that chest, you fight some mummies and stuff. Oh no, they're in the chest in this version. Okay. Oh crap, there's a lot of wraiths. Palin, your time has come. Come on. No. My turn. No stunning. See? This is what I was talking about, and these guys actually hit hard. Mage is carrying the day. Come on, fighter type guys. Yeah, apparently they learned the lesson about making forced battles. Oh, that is gonna kill my 2 favorite farming spots if that holds true. Dang it. Oh, it's terrible. There are 2 spots where I absolutely abuse the fact that you can just walk back and forth on the same spot and fight monsters over again. See, now they're putting monsters in the fight, in the chest. This is mean. Oh, this is not how it's supposed to be. What the? Wow, these guys are not taking damage at all. This is not normal for fighting mummies. This must be something different in this version, that they're more resistant. Because my guys are already at a point where they should be killing those things in one shot. Steel gloves, those are good for money. Oh god, what am I going to fight now? Okay, more mummies. With a preemptive strike. Alright, this was nice. Thank you very much. Yeah. See? Die a spell. Clutch in these sorts of battles. You're my mummy. Nope, you're all dead. Levels up. Yes! Kanan, still need more hit points there, dude. Durzo, yeah, okay, nice. Good. A little bit of health. Power staff, there it is. So I could give that to him. And his attack goes down. But he can equip the staff. I could give it to Palin. Same attack power as his hammer, lower accuracy. So it's pointless. Its really only use is to be sold. Alright. Alright. Everyone can theoretically kill their target in one shot. Palin. Nice. There you go. Good boy. Good job. Alright. And I lied. I'm gonna go make a quick trip with the marsh cave. For one thing. Hopefully I can go right to it if I remember what chest it's in. Alright, y'all still are not up to one shots on ogres. Nice to know. Worth a test. Cure. Everybody else is in decent shape, alright. Tarantulas. Yeah, see, all of a sudden, like very quickly here, in the space of one level, 2 levels maybe, things just stop being a threat at where you are, and that's sort of the case in a lot of. As you progress through the game, is things are hard, things are hard, things are hard. Then you get that one level, and all of a sudden everything stops being hard. And I know that's sort of the whole point of grinding, but it happens really fast. I did not save before going in here, so if the wrong things happen to me, I could be very unhappy. Alright, this one, yep, save. Alright, quick trip in. Fingers crossed. I could probably take these guys on much easier than before, but come on, somebody do it. Anyone? Nope. Alright, fine. Let's see if I can do any damage now. Okay, well, Kanan can, yeah, when he does that. Nice work. Alright. Green slimes, I will kill you. Almost to the point where poison doesn't matter anymore. Once you get the Poisonous spell, it stops mattering nearly as much because you have a free option, and you don't normally get poisoned as much after a certain point in the game, and so you stop needing it anyway. And I can't wait to get to that point because it is just such an annoying status effect in this game. I imagine it's kind of annoying being poisoned no matter what game, no matter what you're doing or playing or in real life. Not something I ever want to try. Way too much option for being poisoned in that fight. Really? Come on. I'm so tempted to turn on no encounters for this. I'm not going to, but it's still tempting. Okay. Let's see. Just go ahead and use that. No, let the dead things flee away from me, please. By all means, I'm not stopping them. If he wants to try and run, let him. Alright, let's see here. I think it's the one in the bottom left. Thank you, guys. All the way down. See, these guys don't mind so much anymore. Lower risk of being poisoned. And the option of killing them in one hit, I'm lucky. So, not that big a deal anymore. Alright. This way. I don't know who can kill these in one shot or not. Let's see what happens. Neither of those two, which means Kanan probably can, and Palin's attack was wasted. Nice to know. We'll use your healing spells because apparently I need to save Palin's level 1 for Dia. Alright, one of those should top you off. I didn't get anything else to. Oh, with the falchion. Which I think one of you guys can use. That is exactly the same stats as the broadsword. Ah, but better than the scimitar. There we go. Alright, so I thought that somebody could use it. That's new. That's the little dude from Final Fantasy IV. The little monster in a cloak person. Okay, this should probably be a fight with Pisco demons. I don't know what happens if I talk to that. Oh, these are anacondas. That's not what I was expecting. Okay. Okay, I don't like these guys. There we go. Lazara, please. And just in case. Oh, good time stats. Get that out first. That way, everything they do should result in a kill from this point on. Don't you dare kill Kanan. Nope. Nope. Son of a motherless goat. See, this is where I'm torn because I want him to live. Silver armlet. I so want to go undo that and bring him back to get the experience from that fight. I will not. That is going to bug me for the rest of this playthrough. Just so you know. See, now all of a sudden he has defense because it's an armlet. He can get away with that, and it actually helps him for once. Okay, is this going to be Pisco Demons? Am I going to regret this? Yes. Holy crap. Yep. I regret this. Alright. Normally I would use Thundara, but I've got Blazara, so I'm going to use it. Look at the ridiculous damage that they can kick out. Stop doing that. I don't have another Phoenix down. I might have actually restarted it. It had Kanan died again and lost out on that experience. Okay, so this is what I came in here for, was just that silver bracelet. I don't really care about anything else that's in here. There's nothing else worth the effort of fighting monster chests for. And certainly not for taking on more Pisco demons. Since I'm trying not to abuse save states. But if I were playing the iOS by myself and not streaming, I would absolutely be doing that. Alright, get out of this place. So it was a worthwhile trip, but that they got Kanan, that is gonna bug me. I don't know why I bothered to do the AoE spell with stats. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever. It's going to take just as long to get through the fight. I'm just irritated. Take out my irritation on them. Make them suffer. Again, why are we stopping the monsters from fleeing? Let them go. Magic. Hosanna. One last Kira. And Palin needs some. In there. Alright. Okay, nice work. Make quick work of those guys. Palin can kill skeletons now. Excellent. A lot of call for that in the future, I'm sure. Stop poisoning me. I said I'm almost to the point where it's not a big deal anymore. Where's my hold down L1 and R1 to run? Just a lack of ATV. Alright, almost out of this stupid cave. Are the skeletons wearing green shoes? Yes, they are. Someone made a choice there, and they put shoes on the skeletons. At least they didn't put the shoes on the tarantula. Out of the way, bat. Alright. Made it out with Can dying. Alright, now we're gonna make some quick trips around. Can't get to looking buttons for a second there. Okay. Yes. Knew I was gonna regret going into that marsh cave. Should not have done that. Alright. Like I said, now we make a quick trip back up to Cornelia Town. Everything stops being a threat until we get to the next area. See, right there. Every time everyone levels up, except Kanan, it's going to bother me. Nice damage, guys. Look at that. Oh, Kanan now did the least damage in the fight. Alright, so we head up to Castle. Run around the outside. Into the back entrance. And now that we have the key, we can get to all this fun stuff. Most of which is useless. And the treasure room has been secured with the magic key, mystic key. Tent, iron armor, and what we came for, the nitro powder, which in the original version was TNT. So, not a huge difference there. I think this scholar right here, that is the sprite that they used for the scholars in Final Fantasy V. I don't remember seeing them before that. I never played the original. I have not played the Pixel whatever original version of Final Fantasy III. The only version of Final Fantasy III I've played is the 3D version that they did for mobile, and I really enjoyed that. Apparently, some people didn't like it for some reason, and I honestly don't know why. Maybe just the fact that they changed the game. But, you know, for those of us who never played the original version of Final Fantasy III, it wasn't changed. That's all we got. So I really enjoyed it, and I liked the 3D graphics that they gave. You know, it's okay for a mobile phone, mobile version of a game. It's not bad. It's a fun game. And there's enough about the play style that is easy. The auto fight worked really well for me. I remember when I got that, I was playing through all the Final Fantasies that they released on the mobile, and it was really easy for grinding because I would have my phone with me at work, and I would go on walks around the building to get some steps in and just some form of exercise. So I'd take a little 10-minute break, walk around the building at work, and just hit auto battle and grind while I was walking around with nothing better to do. So that was a nice little use for a break, some free grinding, good way to level up, and with the job system there that they put in 3, it made it easy to advance through the game because I wasn't trying to advance the plot. I was walking around, and so it's an easy way to get grinding done. So I did not mind that version of the game at all, and yes, again, since I never played the 2D pixel version, I didn't know what it was originally like. I understand there was an improvement in the 3D version around the way you get the Onion Knight class, I think it is, where originally, since it was on the DS, and so you had to like talk to other people, communicate with other players, or some weird thing like that, and instead of that, you just deliver some messages or something like that in the 3D version, and you can unlock the Onion Knight class, which is an absolutely terrible class until you get it up to super ridiculously high levels, and then it is the insanely overpowered class for the game. The only thing arguably better is the freelancer class that you start as, because that and the Onion Knight are the only things that can equip everything that you can equip. And they can equip Onion Knight armor and stuff, which is again the best in the game. Nitro powder. I'm not gonna do the accent for this. Well, yes, I will. The explosive force in this powder will helmet canal open in the no time flat. I owe you, Burns. That was not my best accent for this. I apologize for that. There we go. No, we can blast this rock to smithereens. A little better. What are you standing around for? The powder's set to blow. Unless you're planning on going with it, you best get out while you still can. And I believe, yes, we get a nice little cutscene of some sort. Well, I don't think we got even this much in the original. I think in the Nintendo version, you just saw it fade out and it disappeared, I think, maybe. Like, I mean, there wasn't anything to it. I don't even know if you got that much, honestly. It was just, I think the little isthmus there was a little thinner and different looking than the land around it, and then it was just gone. I don't remember if you even got to see it fade away. I couldn't wait to see what lies out there beyond the canal. And you're gone. You're super fast once you get off the screen. Tent, great helm. Somewhere here's the sword, or worm killer. That's nice. That'll be for the red mage, I believe. I think the thief can use it too. Alright. Get some upgrades here. Alright, now if I had a fighter, this would be where I would take, once you find the adamant armor, or the adamant, or you bring him here to the supersmith and he's able to make you a magical sword, which only the upgraded fighter class can use. So while I will find the adamant, I can't use it, so I don't know that I'll bother coming here unless I just want to show, hey, look, you get Excalibur, but I can't use it. So that may be my one and only trip to the dwarf cave there. Yeah, Palin, one-shot those wolves. Alright. That's what he was doing with the haste spell on him against the dark elf. Six hits, yes, that's why Cannon's doing so much damage. I thought I saw that. Just did not comment on it. Alright, so this version does not have the bonus dungeons in it. Interesting. I thought it did. It's not. So in the bonus ones, unless I'm missing and I sailed right past it. Let's see. I think it's below this. Yeah. So in the iOS version and in some of the DS and the upgraded versions, there's a bonus dungeon here that unlocks after you defeat the Water Fiend, and there's one back close to Cornelia that unlocks when you beat the Earth Fiend, and there's some extra super powerful bosses in there and some really cool items in there, but they are nightmare dungeons to get through. Not because they're hard, because there's like 40 or 50 different combinations for one of the dungeons, and it's if you get you go through different floors, and when you get through the first one floor, then you go to the next floor, then you get through that floor, you go to the next floor. So you go through floor A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Well, when you get to the first floor, you could get any one of 4 or 5 different variations to the floor to go through. You could end up in a desert, you could end up in a forest, you could end up in a town, you could end up in lots of different things. And then when you go down the stairs, you end up on another random level of a desert or a town or a forest or whatever. And you go down again to another random, and the order in which you get them determines what the possible chests can be. And so only if you go to the forest, then the desert, then the town, then the forest again, then the desert, then the this, then the that, then when you get to this floor, if you're on the right variation, you can find the chest that has the really good item in it. But if you don't know that sequence to go into, so like if you go to the first floor, this is not the right sequence because this is the desert, not the town, you restart. And you go in and say, okay, now I'm in the town. Floor number 2, nope, this is the forest, I need the desert, restart. And so you just keep restarting and exiting and restarting until you get to the right pattern, just so you can get the one item that makes it all worthwhile. Otherwise, you have to play all the way through till you get to a boss level, which is like every 5 floors or something like that. And then you have the option of teleporting out or going deeper. And it is just like, I don't know how anybody got anywhere in those without the use of the internet and knowing what was worthwhile, because otherwise you'd just be playing it and you just go insane not knowing. I mean, it's crap rewards. There's terrible treasure, it's not worth your time, and you don't know why you're doing this. Alright, Kiraga, absolutely worthwhile. See, now, in my original playthroughs, I never used the heal spells. I never found them all that worthwhile. Since really using them slightly more often and coming to appreciate them more, I use heal more often. I think I've only used it once so far now, but as soon as I get the heal staff, you will see me using it like every single fight practically. Heal Aura. So now that if I have Phoenix Downs, and once money is no object, then the life spell is not that valuable, and I might want the Diaga. But I think by the time any of that happens, I think I might have needed the life spell somewhere in there, so this is where I'm always kind of torn these days about what spell to get for the White Mage. I think for now, just getting the Kiraga is enough to get him going. I'm not going to fight that many undead that Dia won't take care of. The Diag is a bit of overkill at that point. So for now, I think I'm going to go with Heal Aura. I will worry about white magic for the red mage later. First, I want to see if he can get this yet. Viraga, yes. Or just Fire 3 for those Nintendo version players. See, now this one, the Scourge spell, not worth it as a spell. It's basically poison gas, if I remember right. Has a chance to insta-kill AoE, but it does not work all that often, and certainly not when you need it to, and so it tends to not be worth it. Teleport. Bit expensive given how much money we have available right now. Should be, yes, a weapons shop. That does not have anything worthwhile except the longsword for him, which I need to see what those things I got. I need to check. Worm Killer for you, Falchion for you, which I think you're gonna get the longsword now. Cell. Scimitar, yep. Hammer, absolutely. Power staff, yes. The power staff the cost of the power staff is, if you do the math, because you get 50% off when you sell things for half the cost. So the original cost of the power staff, if you were actually able to buy it somewhere, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the sell price is half that. So I always found that kind of amusing. That's really all it's good for, is for selling for some really good money at this point in the game. Alright, no one can use steel gloves. No one can use bronze gloves. Broadsword's worthless now. Chainmail, worthless now. Saber. Yeah, worthless. That would be for my black mage if I had one. Great helmet can't be used. Alright. Now, you have a falchion. The longsword is definitely an upgrade. Yeah. Nice little boost in attack there. 20% increase. Alright. And we're good shape on money. Alright, now there's not a clinic, and there's no item shop, rather, really the more important thing. And there's, I believe there's some ridiculously expensive armor, the knight's armor, which nobody can wear anyway. Yeah, see, 4,000 gil for that silver armlet. I hate to say it, it may have been worth the trip, but I've got 17,000 gil right now. I could easily afford a second or third silver armlet if I really needed it at this point. So I kind of regret that trip down there. I don't remember when I get anything better for either one of them, so I think it's going to be worth the cost, because right now neither one of them really has anything all that great. He's rocking leather armor. He's got a copper armlet, so yeah. Oh, look at that. Almost triples him. He definitely needed that. Sell. Alright. Sell. Sell. Alright. Items. No, not custom. Okay, and now, let's see, we're at 49 minutes, so we're coming up on, I'm going to need to stop and kick off a new video here. We're going to save. Not as expensive as I remember it being. They may have adjusted that price down. I can swear that one used to be at least 150 or 200. I could be misremembering though. Alright, so next time will be the first time I start to deviate from what you're supposed to do in this game. And that's just because with the boat and access to the whole world, there's really only a couple places you can go, but one of them is more advanced than where we are now, so the enemies will be harder and therefore better for grinding, assuming I can survive the battle. And then there's access to some better weapons and armor for certain people. I don't know how much benefit I'm going to get though, because I don't have a fighter, but there's some spells that I also probably can't use yet. But it's just a really good, better place for faster grinding, because it is higher level monsters. So I might spend a little bit of time there. Just getting there and back is usually enough to get some decent experience out of it, and then there will be a really good place to grind in the next dungeon we go to. So that's fast and easy. So thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. And if you've played the originals as a child or as a youth of some sort like I did, I hope there's some sort of nostalgic value. And if you've never played it a different way besides the original and the intended path, next video we're going to start deviating from that, and hopefully you'll see something new and a different way of playing the game that you might not have before. And hopefully this may not be the party that you played with, and you get to see a different way of how the game is played with the different party makeup. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for future videos.